Ah, yes. Ah, yes. It is Wednesday. It is noon Eastern Time. That means, of course, it's time for the High Noon Hemp Show, a very special edition of the High Noon Hemp Show. Of course, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, on Twitter. You can find us on Twitter at Hemptations, Facebook, of course, Hemptations Beach, and if you want to check out YouTube, the Jedi Hemp YouTube channel, audio podcast, of course, Podbean, iHeartRadio, and Google Play. Of course, you can search High Noon Hemp Show on any of those platforms. I am Joe Clare. He is Beach high above the Hemptations in Sharonville. It is, of course, the season 8 finale and is also a very auspicious occasion in the world of Hemptations, which, of course, Beach will tell you all about. What is going on in Hemptations, Beach?
Well, all kinds of stuff, I guess. I can officially say that I have owned Hemptations for half of my life. Yesterday, September 1st, we celebrated our 25th anniversary. 25 years of having Hemptations.
A streamer or something.
Clap on my pillow.
One of those blur things.
Yes, we should have something going. Welcome everyone to the High Noon Hemp Show. That's right, season finale, season 8 finale, but also celebrating our 25th anniversary of having Hemptations. I don't know. I just can't believe it. I should say I can't believe that I've been doing this for 25 years.
Time flies.
It really has. So many things have happened in those 25 years. You know, it's hard to highlight, most of them, I suppose. But I will have to say, right out of the gate, I remember probably being open first years or so. Cincinnati Magazine said that Cincinnati Magazine and City Beat, we won, I forget what it was, but one said we were the best use for grass, which was great, And then the other one, I think it was City Beat, we won best store name or best store, something like that. And I think they made up the category just so we could win it, to be honest with you, at the time, because I don't think they have best store name as a category anymore in the best of. And then just recently, of course, we were voted the best green sustainable store, which to me is probably one of the highest honors that I have ever gotten in the history of Hemptations. Something that I've been really struggling to win, honestly, for a long time. But to be recognized for the green sustainable part of what we do is great, because that's why we opened. It's the whole reason I knew about hemp, is because of how eco-friendly, environmentally friendly it was. And of course, all the products that it can make, which makes it even more eco-friendly, because we can replace a lot of non-eco-friendly stuff with hemp. And so, we've also won best smoke shop. That's probably the award we've won the most. We are an herbal smoke shop. We carry all kinds of herbal smoking devices and whatnot, and always have. So that's a nice honor, but that's not what we do. We are a hemp store that also has an herbal smoke shop. The biggest honor that I carry now and have carried for years is the fact that I believe, and I'm pretty sure it's still true, that Hemptations has the largest selection of hemp on the planet. And so, after 25 years, I should say, still dedicated to the plant. We've moved forward. We've federally legalized industrial hemp. 25 years ago, we had no goals. We just wanted to put the product in front of the consumer to prove that this is not something that should have ever been taken away from the hands of our farmers. Of course, now our farmers are mostly growing for CBD, but industrial hemp is legal in the United States. We still have some hurdles to cross. Don't get me wrong, I'm not done. Because, hemp is not as free as corn or free as soy or free as any of the other agricultural crops that don't require you to get special licenses, that don't require the police to come and check out what you're doing, that don't require all these things that an agricultural commodity, as great as industrial hemp is, should have to go through. So, we're still working on things with industrial hemp, but I mean, what a great trip. I have to say, I'm a pretty humble person. I don't brag very often. I don't talk about myself very often, but I will have to say that, after 25 years, it does make me feel good to still be a success. I believe we're a success from the day we opened till now, thanks to our customers. No doubt about that. I cannot go without saying how important the customers are. Business does not survive if that's what we do. And they have been loyal for so many years. I mean, I remember having customers that shopped in the store for years and years and years. And of course, I'm not in the stores as much, but we still see a lot of loyalty out of our customers. Which is a testament to the products that we carry as well, and the employees, because I cannot not thank them as well for all the employees that have been there for the stores over the 25 years. And of course, it started with just us, me and my original partner, Amy Steffen. And then we started hiring people, and then we divided the businesses up, and now I am the sole owner of all the Hemptations. But without employees being there, we couldn't have multiple locations. Without the employees being there every day, I would probably hate hemp. Because I'd almost be around it too much. No, I could never. That would never be true. I have thoroughly enjoyed actually being back in the stores again, which I am doing after 25 years. The thought of me working in the stores is quite amazing, but I'm really enjoying it. I don't know how long I'm going to enjoy it, but I have been enjoying it. In all honesty, getting back in touch with the stores and that kind of thing. And kind of really trying to get back on top of things after all the COVID stuff, because it's really messed up our inventories and availabilities and all those things. And so, but here we are, 25 years and one day later, still doing our thing. I think the online is going great now. Consider that, I guess, the fifth store. I guess I have to call online Hemptations 5 in some way or another. I hadn't thought about that until just now. But anyway, again, the one thing that I can't say enough is thank you to the consumers, thank you to the hemp producers, thank you to anyone that's ever made wholesaled a hemp product. Allow me to put it on my shelves, to allow anyone to put it on their retail shelves. Thank you to Kings Island. That was the first place that I bought a hemp product. I have to say thank you to the Normal Festival that I went to that I bought my first copy of Jack Hare's book. So many things that have happened in my life that just led up to what's going on now. That I can tell you this: I wasn't at the Normal Festival thinking that I was going to take a book home that would educate me on a product that I would end up selling for 25 years. That's not why I was at the Normal Festival. Changed my life. Jack's book changed my life. There's just, as it did many. I cannot go.
Indeed.
These 25 years would not have existed without The Emperor Wears No Clothes. I truly believe that. And so, I can't thank Jack and his family enough for what he did and what they're continuing to do, holding out his legacy and continuing to promote his word, because it is a word. It is the word for the most part. There's been a lot that have come along, but Jack did all the initial research, the true history, the true viability, the true everything. And so, after 25 years, I can't thank, The Emperor Wears No Clothes, Jack Hare's book, and Jack Hare enough. All right. I think I'm done bragging. I don't know if I'm bragging or not. I don't feel like I'm bragging. It's just history. It's just history.
Yeah,
It's our hemp history. Um,
indeed.
and it's to me, it's just what I do. I get up every day and I come and I sit in my office surrounded by hemp stuff, looking for hemp goods to supply the world with hemp. And on Wednesdays at high noon, I do this. And thanks everybody for watching the High Noon Hemp Show as well, which has become a part of Hemptations history.
Absolutely.
Um, that being said, let's jump right into. I got a lot of news, a lot of pictures later, so little teaser there. But let's jump right into the product spotlight. We just got some new Just CBD soap in, and so here's another product. Soap is what the world needs right now. Still, keep washing your hands, folks.
Yes.
This has got a little bit of CBD in it, so if you have any hand pain, possibly, or it may help with that, or it just helps nourishing the skin, obviously, as it does. So another good Just CBD product, new to our shelves. We've been carrying Just CBD products for a while. The next one, we just got a fresh batch of these in. This is the Laura's canine alternatives, but it's the dog treats. And so it comes in a large breed and a small breed option. So, again, we will be getting into, I think we are into kind of the thunderstorm fall weather, even though it's not fall yet. But we are starting to get these kind of almost every other day or periodical thunderstorms here in Cincinnati. And these truly help with our dogs' thunderstorm issues. And I think also with, we're seeing a lot of our customers seeing success. And I'd have a news story about this that I need to talk about as well. But that their pets are seeing with pain, I think. And so get in and get some fresh Laura's dog treats for your pups if you think they need them. The next one, Swine Army. I showed the Swine Army mask last week, but this product is actually something that we picked up years ago from the Swine Army, and they have 3 different products here, all made from hemp. And then you can smoke your herbal CBD or whatnot, in the pipes. But basically, you put a lighter in there, and then it's kind of a self-containing kit. And there's 3 different ones. There's kind of it's called the Quick Draw, and then there's the multi-tool and the switchblade. And so they all come with little accessories. Like one comes with a grinder, and I think one comes with a pack of papers even, and one comes with a little poker that pulls out. And so they also have little tools in them, but quite genius little herbal smoking devices. Again, when you got your lighter, you can light your lighter, and I don't believe you have to take it out. Possibly, I don't know if that would really work. Might be kind of a tight squeeze, but you can actually leave the piece in and light the lighter, and it and light your CBD flower or whatever legal herbal smoke, depending on what state you're in. I suppose should probably get these online, but this is not a medicinal product in the state of Ohio because you cannot burn your cannabis. You can vaporize it, and we sell those, but you cannot burn it in the state of Ohio. If you're out of the state of Ohio and you don't know how ridiculous of a medical system we have. Yes, we have medical here, but yes, it is one of the worst. And so the next one, again, another very interesting. Who would have thought? Never would have thought 25 years ago, 10 years ago, possibly even 5 years ago, that I would be selling hash at Hemptations. But lo and behold, here you have it, 100% legal CBD hash. Even comes with one of the little cigarette bats, which we have sold. We have sold those for 25 years because that's one of the more popular herbal smoking devices out there, I would have to say. And obviously, actually perfect for the hash because you just put a little bit in there. It's 20% CBD, so that's a decent decent amount of CBD in there, and it comes in a natural lemon, mango, kush, and blueberry. I can only assume that they're using terpenes just like everybody else to flavor. So it's true cannabis as well there, which instead of using some um, fake flavoring, to use terpenes is really genius because again, it's just another byproduct of the cannabis plant that we may find some type of therapeutic value to, or we are finding that certain terpenes have therapeutic value. But that is basically the terpenes are what we're finding produce the flavor of your cannabis. And so it's crazy that we're just learning that. But so many things. I think once again, once Colorado went straight recreational in this country, that really started opening up the doors for more people to just start getting back to micro engineering, so to speak, cannabis products. um, and so now it's just incredible how they're breaking it all down. And I'll bring it up real quick because it is pertinent to the hemp world. The House of Representatives, I believe, is sitting on something that they're supposedly going to vote on that would take cannabis off the controlled substance list. 0.4% or more THC cannabis, I should clarify,
Mm-hmm.
and also begin an immediate expungement of federal drug charges for cannabis and whatnot. And so we'll see how that goes. I mean, I think they're really going to try. I had been talking about this before, really, that I thought they might try this for a reelection of, say, hey, we're behind this, so get behind us. So we'll see what happens there. But that does open the door. And again, what it will also mean is the states have to decide. So, of course, it's not going to become legal in Ohio, though Ohio will have to make it legal,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I'm sure they'll get
It
right on it.
instantly, yeah,
It'll
right.
be
I'm sure they
smoothly
will.
done
Um,
and officially done.
but I did, yeah, yeah. Um, um, But I did hear also, and I know this is off the subject of the product spotlight before I show you my product, but while I'm thinking about it, I did hear that also because of this COVID-19 study in Canada, which has proven it cured 100% of the mice of the main side effect of COVID-19.
Wow.
And because of that, the state of Pennsylvania is talking about like legalizing tomorrow recreational or personal use because this Canadian study, 100% of the mice recovered from the main side effect, or it stopped the main side effect. Which I'm just kind of learning about this thing, just so everybody knows. The nose is the big part of COVID-19. Keep your nose covered. It goes into
Yes.
the nose. That's when it's the worst. And so, don't pull your mask down off your nose. Keep it up over your nose. But anyway, and so, that's kind of big news too. And that may push what's going on in the federal government. Now, back to the product spotlight. 4 from the store, 1 from my door. Let's get the 1 from my door shown so we can get through this. But these are my beanbag chairs. They're kind of stacked on top of each other, actually. But I pulled these out to relax in the other day into my office, and I know I've shown them on the show before, however long ago that was. We're 96 episodes in. We're gonna have 100. 4 episodes, we hit 100. Maybe some graphics by 100. I don't know. We'll see. Um,
And a theme song.
but these are my yeah, and a
Thanks for
theme
you out
song. Man, that would be nice. But yeah, I've probably had these beanbag chairs for at least 20 years. Honestly, I bought them at a store called Gaia here, and they used to have these sales once a year where they'd mark stuff down, and these were like $350 beanbag chairs regularly, but it's 70% off. I got them for super great deals, and so those were exciting finds in my hemp shopping days back in the day, just locally. That was when they opened up at Union Cemetery, not too far from here in Cincinnati, locally. It's hard to believe it's been 20 years, but it probably has. I'm sure it has. So there you have it. 4 from the store, 1 from my door on the product spotlight here on the High Noon Hemp Show,
Indeed.
where you ask every week, and Joe knows.
I know a lot of you just sitting there, you're waiting. You're like, okay, those are great products. That's great. The history of Hemptations, I love it. 25 years, that's fantastic. But what about the clothes? Just get to the clothes. All the other stuff is fine and wonderful, and it's a great accomplishment. But let's move on to what Beach is wearing, the Beachwear segment. We asked Beach himself the most important question of the day. What are you wearing, Beach?
That's right. If you're just waking up or you've been up and you're wondering, what should I look like? What am I going to, what should I mimic in the hemp world? I don't know if that's really true because, my closet is pretty unique. You'll now know. What are you wearing, Beach? I've got a classic Hempstead hat. It says pure hemp, and then around the pure hemp, you can't really see it. It says genuine, 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 which I love because I'm pretty pure hemp, and that's a lot of genuine. I got the Young Maven Hemptations University purple and green. I wanted to wear purple and green. Our store colors have always been purple and green, so representing purple and green on the Hempiversary episode, something I thought I should do. It's
Indeed.
true. You got Satori shorts, a pair of good classic Satori sock shorts. That's kind of hard. Say that 4 times fast. You can also see in my pocket there my Greenspring Technologies pen, which I carry every day, everywhere. A pair of classic headcase boxers, which I've also had for a long time, and then some Hemp Trader socks. I'll be mentioning Hemp Traders in the news here briefly, but we've been doing business for them just about as long as we've been open as well. And then good old pair of Adidas. I probably have more Adidas hemp shoes than anything else that I've collected over the years. We sold part of the history of Hemptations. We sold one of the first Adidas shell toes in the store. We went in halvesies with another store in town to do a whole order because we couldn't afford to do a whole order. But yeah, we briefly sold the original hemp shell toes. Not the original hemp. I don't know if they were the first ones, but they were one of the first that came out. I'm pretty sure. Either way. So there you have it, folks. If you're wondering, on this 25th Hempiversary, it was actually yesterday. I guess I should have shown what I wore yesterday, which I don't think was that exciting. Now you know. What are you wearing, Beach? See. All right. Let's get on to this news and all these pics. I got a lot of pictures to show you. So if you're watching the podcast, no, you're not. If you're listening to the podcast,
You have to imagine.
you may actually. That's right. You have to imagine what these look like.
Or go find the video.
By the description of my voice, or go to YouTube to the Jedi Hemp channel
right.
and watch there. I was mentioning Hemp Traders. Love Hemp Traders. I've always loved Hemp Traders and all that they have done for the hemp world. Well, they just announced that they have a new line of American-made hemp fabrics. And so they're actually still importing the yarn, but they're making the fabric here. And his goal is obviously to have American-grown fiber and then make that into the fabrics. If you Hemp Traders, if you are looking for any type of hemp fabric, Hemp Traders is a great place to look. Again, we started buying fabric from them years ago. And then again, they kind of came in with the socks and a little bit of products here and there. But there is only one other place, maybe in the country that has the great supply, the options, the weights and the mixes and, whatever you're looking for in a hemp fabric. than hemp traders. And so good for them. I knew it wouldn't be too long. I'm sure Enviro Textiles is working on an American made hemp as well. I hate to mention one without the other because they have been both great for hemp textiles in the country. But good for hemp traders. Look at them go. Good, good, good. That is the stuff that I want to see. I want to see American grown fiber processed here, made into fabric here, and then made into whatever clothes or sheets or doesn't matter to me. Curtains, I don't care. Just start making it, people. Come on, come on. Let's get to it. This next piece is a pic of another hemp house being built over in the UK, I'm pretty sure. And this is really cool. One, this is the first time that although they worked with hempcrete in the past, this is the first time that these builders worked with prefabricated hemp. And so all the if you look at the picture in the bottom left corner, you'll see that they left the actual hemp exposed. But those sheets were actually made and cut, and then brought in, and they built the house with it. That's prefabricating. But then we can't forget that the outside is also made the tiles are made from hemp, and they are actually bound with sugar-based resins. So this is, super environmentally. I believe the sugar-based resins were a recycled product. There were some product left over from something, from what I remember. And so super, super eco-friendly. Either way, love all the glass too. You don't think you have to pay for much heat in a house like that if it's sunny at all. And then I think one of the most interesting thing is the house itself was built by, and the couple actually worked with this Wayfair members club called the Conduit to produce hemp-based serving trays, drink coasters, and coat check tags. And so just some totally random hemp products that need to be made in the world. Again, I love it. I love it. These are the things I want to be replaced. Instead of making a paper coaster out of a tree, well, let's make it out of hemp. So there you have it. Why wouldn't you do that? Just some really interesting stuff going on. And so that is what we love to see. We need more of that. And we're seeing more of that in the United States. Not as much as this experimental or different kind of using hemp here, because, it may be because, they're supposed to use more traditional means of building, as opposed to here, the construction companies are looking for the newest, cheapest way to build something. Not, and of course, don't get me wrong, prefabrication is a cheaper version of building. And so, if they prefab your house and then they just drive it in and then to put the walls together, and that's cheaper than actually having to have a construction crew and all that come out and build the house from the ground up. And so to see the prefabricated part of this starting to happen is real exciting in the hemp construction world, no doubt about it. This next pic, it's kind of funny, honestly, because the look on her face is odd. But this is actress Teresa Giudice, and I don't know anything about her, but she just recently posted this picture of herself holding Uncle Bud's facial cleanser, foaming facial cleanser, which she says she uses every day to remove dirt, oil, and makeup. The one thing that I love about this is I use Uncle Bud's sunscreen. And now I actually just opened up an account, and we should be getting the Uncle Bud stuff in hopefully soon. And now I have to get the facial cream. I don't think I was going to, but now I have to get the facial cleanser because it's supposed to be great. And so that's pretty cool. Pimping the Uncle Bud's products, which I again have been using the sunscreen, which I found on Amazon, I believe. I found the Uncle Buds, and then I just opened up a wholesale account with them. So hopefully coming to shelves soon, endorsed by actress Teresa Giudice. I don't know how to spell it. I don't even know what show she's on, to be honest with you. but we are definitely seeing more, more people coming out. Whether it's this is great because this is a hemp product. Now you've seen a lot of people coming out to support CBD, but we need more to come out and support the hemp product, just the hemp itself. Um, of course, here's another big name, Nike, getting in with Stussy to make these Air Force Ones. And so good luck trying to find a pair. I'm going to start looking now. I don't know if they're actually on the shelves yet. Um, but I like them. They're just a plain, it's just a plain shoe, but the uppers are obviously hemp. And Nike's used, I have hemp Nikes. I've worn hemp Nikes on the show before. So, good for them. They always tend to make it like a special edition thing, just like this, cross promoting. Whereas I just wish they would just release, 2 to 4 hemp shoes a year like Adidas does. And I know a lot of people hate Nike, but again, like the fact that you're trying to move forward for, I'm sure, the heirs of their way, because they haven't been an environmentally friendly company either. I'm sure of that. But, to try to get into the environmentally aspect of things. And they have tried to do green eco stuff before. Not to brag, but I do have a hat that never made it to the market that Nike was working on, made out of hemp, and a jacket that may have made it to the market, but at a very little availability. That was the hemp part of their eco hemp line 10, 15 years ago that they were experimenting with. And so we'll see. Hopefully they'll start using more hemp and maybe some better environmentally friendly aspects of making shoes in the future. But there you have it. So it's a nice looking shoe in my opinion. This next one, these shoes were actually on a list of like 12 women's eco-friendly shoes, which I think the list was really skewed because a lot of there was like leather and all this stuff. It's like leather's not eco-friendly. What are you talking? Anyway, but these are Vivo. So the Vivo barefoot boots, the Gobi 3, but all of the upper is hemp in these, and supposed to be waterproof even. And so you can go jump in some puddles in these ladies. I don't know if you want to, because I have a feeling they cost like $750. I don't know. But it's like most of the shoes were designer shoes, but they didn't have prices, and so I'm hoping they're not, because they're really cute. I think girls would love to wear those. To be honest with you, they're really cute. And so that's the Vivo barefoot boot, Gobi 3, made out of hemp. I don't have a pic of this, but if you're, I believe, in the UK, and I have to see if they're even available, if this company is available to buy here. But there's a mattress company that's making, they're making an eco-friendly mattress, but they're using hemp. The name is Harrison Pinks, and it's called the Harrison Pinks Velocity 4250 mattress. And they're using, once again, hemp and natural materials, but it's also free from glue, foam, and free radical chemicals. And so, again, mattresses, to me, it's like mattresses are like carpet. Like we bring carpet brand new into a house. We bring mattresses brand new into the house. And I think they're just loaded, honestly, with chemicals and bad stuff. And then we just breathe it in, I think looking more towards an eco-friendly mattress. I mean, you're going to sleep on this every night. You're going to be breathing on this for 6, 8, whatever hours, however many hours you're laying on it. Same as your pillowcases, same as your pillows, which are even more important. I sleep on hemp pillowcases. Of course I do. No chemicals in those, or there shouldn't be. Again, there shouldn't be any chemicals that were ever used to make the hemp fabric. And so, but good for Harrison Pinks. I've been looking for years for a hemp mattress that I really have wanted to buy and spend the money, because mattresses aren't cheap. And this one was like 900 pounds. I don't know what that is as far as American dollars, but I think it's pretty close to us. And so that's not much. I mean, $1,000 for a mattress, I know it sounds expensive, but if you really want a good mattress, you probably have to spend that. Of course, then I always just put a big foam pad on top of it, so I should just buy a cheap mattress. But I want a hemp mattress too. So to get all that, the moral of that story is I'm not going to buy a new mattress until I find a hemp one that I like. um, well, this is kind of interesting that, and I forgot to put the name of this. I mean, can't believe it, but what they're saying is the nation's first scaled hemp decortation and fiber processing plant is opening in Fort Benton, Montana. What's interesting is the not only was the mayor of Fort Benton there bragging about how excited they were for this, but one of the senators who I believe is even part of this maybe was there, and so and again this is going to be for fiber. You wouldn't really, and also the construction material. So you wouldn't need a decortator for anything else, but to break the fiber from the herd or the bast, the outside of the plant, which is mainly used right now in construction material, wood product to make wood. My desk is made out of that. Particle board made from hemp, herd or bast, as they call it, as it should be called. And then the fibers inside, which then again, with the fiber processing plant right there, and I think that they even mentioned that, and I should probably get this right, that they were going to cottonize the hemp, which means to make it super soft. I guess for some reason, that's in order to get cotton, and I don't even know why we got to have cotton anything. Why do we have to call it cottonized? Why can't we just call it softened? Screw even bringing cotton up. Cotton is awful. It's terrible. Why even want to be cotton? Just say here's soft hemp. Feel it. It's soft. But anyway, great. Fort Benton, Montana. Maybe someday I will tour that facility. That would be fun. If not, then maybe I will get down to Panda Biotech, because they're actually open up in a decortation facility in Wichita Falls, Texas. And so I guess it's a race. It's a race to actually see who opens the doors first, to see who calls themselves the first. This brings up the point I've been bringing up for a while. Don't call yourself the first. Just say we're doing this. We're one of the first. We're on the cusp of this industry, but I mean, the minute you call yourself the first, the minute someone else is saying, "Wait a minute, we're doing the same thing right now," or "We've already done this," and so, but either way, that is exciting news for the fiber industry. Once again, this episode on our 25th anniversary is like, the more I'm almost done with it, the more I realize how much focus is on the fiber aspect right now, which is once again the whole one of the main reasons I wanted hemp to be legal was so we could replace cotton with hemp wherever it is. Cotton is the worst agricultural plant on the entire planet, folks. Let's get rid of it. Just if you're in the cotton industry, tell your boss to find some hemp. Figure out, I mean, and again, here we are with these processing plants, and this, especially this one, the one that's going to cottonize. Again, bam, there's the yarn needed to sell to hemp traders, to make the fabric, to make the clothes that people aren't going to complain about, which in all honesty we can do now, but all American made too. Not that I'm not a one world. I believe that everybody in the world should have an opportunity to prosper. Borders shouldn't change that. But right now, in world trade and everything's crazy with COVID-19, what would be better if we were harvesting a bunch of hemp fiber that we could make our clothing out of? We could make those homegrown Kentucky hemp masks that Mitch McConnell just mentioned a week or two ago. It would make it much easier to do. And so it's really exciting. It's really exciting news that, in the same week that one company says they're the first doing something, another company's also doing it, and it's in the fiber industry. It's not related to CBD. It's so great. It's so great. In fact, I barely even talked about CBD this week. I think I showed some CBD products, but there's nothing in the, so that's good news. That's good news for the hemp world. This last story I'm going to leave you with is just fun for one thing. Seiko, the watch company, has come up with watch face that is based on a traditional hemp leaf pattern called asanoho, which comes from Japan's Heian period. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's like 1,000 years ago. So if you look at the back of the picture, okay, this is the Japanese pattern. And if you ever see that Japanese pattern on any Japanese anything, that is a homage to hemp. I mean, if you look at it closely, you can see in the top one where, you can see the hemp leaves in the pattern. It's less noticeable in the watch head, but that is specifically what this was designed for, which is just brilliant to me that they're paying this homage to hemp in the tradition of hemp in Japan with this line of watches. And it's not just green; they have every color basically. The blue, they have a natural watch face color, like natural hemp. I should have shown that one as well. I can't believe I didn't now that I'm thinking about it. And you don't see that a whole lot. You may see a white watch face, obviously, but you don't necessarily see like a light tan. And so that was kind of neat. And again, I think I remember seeing blue and maybe a red and possibly one other color. All the art, basically the whole watch face being based on this traditional hemp leaf pattern in Japan's history. And so that's super fun. I don't know what those will run. They're part of the, what is it, Presage line. So I'll have to go. There wasn't a price for these either. I'll have to go and see if I can find out if they're available and possibly pick myself up one. I've kind of been wearing a watch recently, kind of haven't. And so that'd be a fun watch to add to the collection. Because I could, again, to be honest with you, it's not a direct hemp product, but it is a product that is influenced by hemp. So cool on Psycho. Say Psycho. I keep wanting to go on Psycho. I know it's Seiko because I've worn Seiko watches forever. But anyway, good for them. That's fun. I hope they sell a lot of them. It's a cool pattern, and I think they'll sell a lot of them. People won't know that. I don't know how many people are actually going to educate onto that maybe walk into a store and look at it. I really like the way that looks. Oh yeah, it's based on the hemp plant. I'm sure there's probably a note about it with something that comes with it to authenticize the watch. So anyway, cool. Again, not too many events. We'll get you on your Wednesday. October 6th through the 7th, you've got the RAD Expo in Las Vegas, where the future of cannabis retail begins. October 10th, you've got the Kentucky Hemp and CBD Trade Show in Frankfurt. And again, check online to make sure that these events are even going on. Most stuff now is kind of a virtual stuff, and there is some virtual stuff going on, not a whole lot. And I'll try to maybe start including that in what's going on. I think people are starting to figure out whether they can do these virtual. Most of them are trade show kind of stuff, and so but I do believe come October, November, I think we're going to start seeing some more doors being opened. And not that I'm going to necessarily go out, but if you feel like you want to go out, you're going to take all the precautions that you should when you go out, wherever you go out, whenever you go out, then I think we're going to start maybe seeing some more stuff happen. But for the most part, not a whole lot of events going on. As we've known, which is a good thing, honestly. I know it's killing the people that like to go out and do things, and of course, the young people don't care; they're still going out. And
Yeah,
and spreading young kids. I feel old now, but anyway, is what it is. It's the world we live in. Thank you all for being here on our 25th Hempaversary show, the season finale of season 8 of the High Noon Hemp Show. We'll be back next Wednesday for season 9.
Yes,
I think
incredible.
this week being the 25th anniversary or Hempaversary, the producers of the show were like, okay, season 9's a go,
Yes.
So I think we'll be back.
Won't end on this
Maybe we have
cliffhanger.
to. That's right. I'm going to negotiate maybe some sound effects for season 9 into the contract. See what I can come up with. See if we
Indeed.
can convince myself to do
Yeah.
that.
Any bands out
What else
there?
am I
Theme
doing here?
song. This is your chance at world fame.
Theme song.
Beginning of the
If
show.
you don't do it, I might have to do it on GarageBand, and you won't have your chance.
There you go. Time
So
is running out.
that's right. Your time is now. Because by the 100th episode, we're gonna have a theme song.
There you
I'm
go.
calling it right now. If I call it, then I got to do it, or someone else has got to do it. So somebody else do it, so I don't have to do it. That's
I'm definitely not
terrible.
going to do it. It's going to sound like crap if
Terrible.
I do it, so I'm out.
Yeah. No, right. I'm not. Again, it's going to be done on GarageBand if I do it, and so I don't know what I'm going to come up with, but um, it's probably not good as someone that's actually artistically talented in the world of music.
I
But
can't sing either, so
we'll
I'm completely useless in this endeavor.
I can kind of sing, but I'm not a singer. I'm not in any way going to believe that I'm talented, but I do probably have some pitches that I can do. Um, I think I would consider myself more of a crooner, more of a talk singer, if anything, possibly. I don't know. Who knows? And I can replicate. Um, oh, now I'm going to forget his name. There's a country singer that I could do his voice like really well. Anyway, but I don't like country music that much, so I don't think our theme song is going to be country music.
Or just a country voice, some other type of music.
Unless that's right, it gets true. I could do my country voice over some other type of music. I can include a little bit of all the genres of music in there because
There you go.
that's how I feel about music, making it even more difficult, might I say? But anyway, we'll see what happens. And thanks everybody. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of the High Noon Hemp Show. And remember, reduce, reuse, recycle. Make everything else out of hemp. Having Hemptations.
See you all next week.